Hey, what's up, welcome back to another Palmas video, and today we're going to check out the new, it's still newish, right, Serena and Zygarde. And instead of doing core on first day, we're going to check out our 1,000 waves, because the big thing everyone was upset about, other than the small minority of people who upset that it was Serena and not Caleb, but the big thing people are upset about was that, damn it, why is she another Dragon type damage dealer? Why we don't need more Dragon type damage dealers? There's a billion Dragon type damage dealers in the game. Why is it not ground type? There's no ground type. Why is she not a ground type damage dealer, right? And look, if you ask me, would I prefer she be a ground type instead of dragon type? I'd say yes. But does it make that much of a difference in my opinion? Not really, because I think her type straight up doesn't matter. Her damage is so high, like it's not even funny. Like it could be like any type. She will destroy any stage off type, right? Like you don't need whatever to be super effective against. Like she would destroy any stage off type with core forces. But again, for those who do care about ground type, it's like I just think, yeah, it would have been a bit better if she was ground type, but it doesn't matter because her ground type damage is insanely powerful, right? It's the second highest ground type damage dealer in the game, right? Behind Groudon, obviously. I mean, are you really going to do more ground type damage than, Groudon, right? But yeah, second highest ground type damage in the game. In fact, her ground type damage is higher than the strongest damage dealers in many other types, right? Like, her ground type damage is better than, like, for example, Alder. Alder's the strongest bug type damage dealer. No one really complains about bug type, but she destroys, Alder's damage overall, right? What else? Ice type with Holiday Leon, they do about the same damage around, right? What other types? Obviously the whatever types, like poison type, you destroy those. But like fairy type, right? Diantha, strongest fairy type DPS. She does much more ground type damage than Diantha. Again, the strongest fairy type damage dealer does fairy type damage. So like her ground type damage is actually very, very, very good, right? So anyways, let's try it out. No point talking too much about it, but I'm just saying, in my theory, without even trying it out in the game, in my theory, looking at the numbers, looking at the evidence, her ground type damage should be pretty good, right? She doesn't have too much of grid, so I'm just gonna, it's just like hold hostage, which is extra 10%, which is not a lot, like some 1,000 wave, power-ups, move gauge refresh. I still have brain power because it's brain power, right? And, yeah, we're gonna sync with her just so we could get the, Zygarde complete form. And we get power hold 5, so it buffs our damage by an extra 50% as well, right, when there's restrained, which obviously 1,000 waves restrains the opponents. Not that restraint itself does anything, but it activates multipliers, right? And then you also obviously get the huge buff in your damage and all that stuff, so that's why we went with that. As for the team, I'm trying to throw in as little damage dealers as possible, so I just threw in SS on Cresselia as a tank, take some hits, sync with countdown stuff, crit buffs, and then Kukui Lycanroc is, I guess, debuff their defenses, because again, I don't really want to throw in a second damage dealer over there, just to show her own ground type damage by herself, right? And again, unfortunately, there's no ground weak stages, so we'll just have to off type it. But hey, that's even more impressive, right? If you could beat, with ground type moves off type, right? And again, we're gonna go 2K master mode. Gonna be mostly offensive parameters, except for strength +6, which does give the opponent a lot of defense and HP as well, right, on top of more attack. So anyways, let's jump into this then. Let's see how this goes. See the ground type damage of SS Serena. Right? Okay, let's go. Okay, starting off, let's get that in. So Leer immediately. Hammer arm could hurt a bit, right? Hammer arm could hurt a bit. Let's moonlight that back, just in case, right? Just in case. Let's can we get 1,000 wave queued up? Yes, we can. All right, there we go. Got 1,000 waves in there, just so we again get the restraint in for the extra, damage on the sink and stuff, right? So let's get another sweet dreams in there as well, just so we can max out crit. Obviously, and all right, let's get the sync in then. Get the sync move in, and then we'll start spamming, you know, 1,000 waves, damage, all that stuff, right? Okay, let's go. More Leer for defense debuffs. Moonlight doesn't really do too much for the team, for Zygarde, right? Because it's special up instead of physical, but keeps Cresselia alive, so there's that, I guess, right? Obviously, it doesn't apply to sync moves, all that stuff, right? There we go. Ooh, slightly unfortunate we didn't crit on the left side over there. It would have been really, really good if we crit on that left side. Then we could have gotten, you know, single target damage. That would greatly increase our damage, right? But we didn't get it, so it is what it is, I guess. I'll speed this up a bit. Alright, 1,000 waves over there. Yeah. Off type with strength, so the opponent does have defense. This is not her, like, raw, you know, damage. Well, you can't really get raw damage in this game, right? It's only through calculations, but as much as you can, I would say. Solid amount of damage so far, right? Okay, now it's single target that we could deal with over here. Let's get another hit in. See how it is, right? They're gonna do their trainer move. I guess we could go for a Cresselia sync over here instead. Alright, I mean, we could probably take it out with another 1,000 waves without Cresselia syncing over here, but we have it, so let's do it. Why not, right? And let's get 40x in there, and voila, they're that should be it, I guess. 1,000 waves. Good night. Off type 2K Master Mode, right? With two teammates that don't really help too much. Again, Kukui does debuff defenses, but you know, debuff defenses in Master Mode, it's not that great, right? And then Cresselia is a special support, right? Gives you crit, but I mean, there's a lot of units that could give you crit. Gives you sync move counter as well, but the sync move counter didn't really matter that much eventually. So, yeah, off type ground, you know, ground type damage, no problem. And again, unfortunately, don't have ground weak sages, but once the ground weak Master Mode, you know, sage drops, we'll try it again on type, right? I mean, it destroyed the stage off type with the ground moves. On type, it's gonna be like come on, it's gonna be a joke. It's gonna be a joke. Let's actually try this again with an even better comp. Like this time, let's just go in like a big, you know, physical ground type team, right? Let's throw in Groudon to give the extra ground type damage plus the extra, you know, master passive over here for physical damage. We already saw what Serena could do on her own. Let's try to throw it in with some you know, other ground type options as well, right? In this case, Groudon, right? Let's go. I probably should have swapped something else in there for support, but whatever. It's fine. Dawn's good. All right, let's do this. Okay. I always accidentally read her trainer moves in our feelings, stuff feeler things, which is like, what, a Drake song? Something, right? Anyways. Alright. Let's get the 1,000 waves in. I guess we'll probably get another one in, right? We get another one. Let's get another one in. Okay, got that done with. Free moves here and there, right? Oh, we could have synced this turn. Whoops. Forgot about that. Yeah, could have just synced there. Alright. Sync so we get the extra, again, the extra restrained multipliers, right? That she gets from again, obviously her sync. And or not from her sync, but you know, from complete form Zygarde, which you get from her sync, right? Basically. Alright, let's get 1,000 waves in there. Yeah, Cresselia so good. Goodbye. And there we go, got these two. The reason why Groudon is much better, it's mostly on type because Groudon does get super effective up, like routinely, right? Like he's get like super effective up like on, you know, on average like every other hit, and that just blows Serena outside the water. But you know, without that off type, their damage isn't too different, right? Again, you can see some, you know, there's obviously the damage varies a bit with the bit of a swing, right? There's a random chance, but you know, you could hit a high or low. But overall, Serena Groudon damage not super different off type. Again, on type Groudon obliterates, you know, Serena, right? But for what you need, Serena could do that for you, right? You need a ground type damage dealer. There's Serena. And again, other great thing about Serena as a ground type damage, you don't really need 3 out of 5 or 2 out of 5, because you have like nothing in her grid for extra ground type damage. So there's that as well, I guess. If you want to count that as a good or bad thing, I don't know. It's up to you. But anyways, there we go, I guess. Hope you all enjoyed. Guys, think in the comments down below. Like, share this video for our channel, so more Pokemon Mouse content. We'll check it out again once we get Ground Type Week Master Mode, which is in 2 Master Mode resets, right? Next one we won't get it. We'll get the Dragon Week next one, which we'll check that out as well, right? But we won't get Ground Week Master Mode until like another reset after that, which is, come on, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, have fun, folks. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.